Hello, and welcome to the U.S. History Channel. I am Nick, and I am here to recap the events of the decade. The era of the 20s was full of prosperity, growth, and affluence. The women and men became more rebellious, causing the country to fight against prohibition and other hardships. Here is a top 10 countdown of the most important events of the 20s, starting from the violence of the Ku Klux Klan all the way to the stock market crashing. Starting off from number 10.
In 1915, the Ku Klux Klan originated in the South when a group of angry white people went after some African Americans who went to vote. The group targeted Jews, Catholics, and immigrants. The Klan also stood against law-breaking and violentness. When the group was at its height, there were around 4 to 5 million members participating in the violent acts against the minorities. In Indiana, there was a leader named David Stephenson who created the strongest area and also used his strength against many politicians. The KKK is known for burning crosses, boycotting businesses owned by any of the minorities, and attacking innocent citizens in the night. They hide themselves in all white suits.
Number 9. Film production.
Americans gained more free time during this era and needed new sorts of entertainment to enjoy. The creation of motion pictures was often the void for them. The 1920s were the peak of the movie industry. In Hollywood, companies established monopolies that controlled everything that it took to produce a movie. This caused the industry to boom. Around 60 to 100 million Americans went to the movies each week. Even though the movies were silent, it worked well because a lot of the attendees were immigrants that did not speak English. The silent pictures also helped with the viewers understanding that they were watching because they had to pay attention to every little detail. Because the viewers had to pay attention to every little detail, it got them really engrossed.
Number 8, the Model T.
So, do you want to go get the new Model T that's out, or what?
Yeah, do you want a white one?
No, black, obviously.
Okay, white.
This is an F1. I want to come out check out the new Model T. Here it is.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. How long did it take to make?
Only 11 minutes.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's very nice. Take a look inside.
Oh, okay. Wow.
How do you like it?
Oh, it's beautiful. I love
we got
it.
the new seats, nice steering wheel.
Nice steering wheel.
Very safe.
What about the stereo?
It's very nice.
Okay.
Play some nice 20s tunes.
Oh, good.
Number 7, the Red Scare.
The Red Scare is the fear of communism spreading in the United States. People were convicted and taken to jail if they were suspected of doing suspicious actions that might involve communism. Everyone started becoming really scared when big industries and companies, such as J.P. Morgan and General A. Mitchell Palmer, a government official, was sent bombs in the mail. Palmer raids sprung up and police arrested thousands of people who were involved. Many of these people were not convicted of crime. Because there were too many people getting arrested for no reason, groups formed to protect civil liberties.
Number 6, Charles Lindbergh.
On May 21st, 1927, a 25-year-old former airmail pilot named Charles Lindbergh became the first man ever to fly non-stop across the Atlantic Ocean. He and his custom-built steed, the Spirit of St. Louis, had flown for 38 hours from New York to Paris on one tank of gas. He was farewelled and welcomed by more than 150,000 anxious enthusiasts, and his ventures were broadcast worldwide. Lucky Lindy became an overnight celebrity and an icon for America in the 1920s. The idea of this transatlantic flight was originally proposed as a challenge by Raymond Ortigue, who offered $25,000 to the first person to make it across alive.
Harlem Renaissance.
In the early 1920s, New York City became known as one of the most well-known African American communities in the nation. It was a great magnet for the Negro intellectual. Langston Hughes stated in The Big C, "Harlem, I stood there, dropped my legs, took a deep breath, and felt happy again." Hughes captured the astounding diversity of everyday African American life in 50-plus works of poetry, fiction, journalism, and criticism. The Harlem Renaissance gave a powerful voice to the blacks to stand up and have their own identity. F. Scott Fitzgerald named the 1920s the Jazz Age. Jazz musicians innovatively combined different forms of music such as African American blues and ragtime, and European-based popular music.
Number 4, Babe Ruth.
Let's do.
It was a regular day at Yankee Stadium when Babe Ruth stepped up to the plate. No one had ever seen such a talented player as Babe Ruth.
Number 3, Prohibition.
In 1919, the states ratified the 18th Amendment to the Constitution. It prohibited the manufacture, distribution, and sale of alcohol anywhere in the U.S. There were the dries and the wets. The Volstead Acts did not stop the wets from drinking. Bootleggers sold illegal alcohol to consumers. Speakeasies were secret drinking establishments, which attracted eager consumers. Prohibition contributed to the growth of organized crime in the United States. Those who supported the 18th Amendment used images of mothers and children to push a ban on alcohol. In 1933, the 21st Amendment finally repealed prohibition. Number 2, the passing of the 19th Amendment. In 1919, Congress passed the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote. Throughout the early 1900s, women were gaining rights, starting from joining the armed forces to working as doctors, nurses, ambulance drivers, and clerks. Because of the women's hard work and effort during the war, President Wilson was convinced to support their suffrage demands. He believed granting women the right to vote was vital to winning the war.
I'm Ragu, and number 1, the stock market crash.
In early 1929, companies were so reassured by the stock market that they all started putting money into it. Even worse, some banks placed their customers' money in the stock market without their knowledge. With the boom of the economy, many people felt secure. There were signs, however, that the stock was going to crash, such as banks failing, houses not being built, and the steel production was down, but people failed to recognize these. Millionaire margin investors went bankrupt instantly when the stock market crashed on October 28th and 29th. The stock market crash caused many to commit suicide due to the turmoil that was being caused. The stock market crash led to the major economic crisis known as the Great Depression.
Where'd my money go? I don't know where mine go. Bank took it, I think. The stock market crashed last night. It did? Yeah. How'd you find out? There's a lot of people begging in front of the bank. Oh, shoot.
You're so close to my face.
Start over.
Do you want to do it? Okay, then shut up.
Start over.
Okay, ready?
Hello, my cast feels really bad.
Help me, I'm poor. Help me, I'm poor. Say it.
What?
Help me, I'm poor.
I'm a black.
There he is.